This is the Lexus UX, a subcompact crossover SUV that costs 185,000 dirhams and is built on the same TNGA-C platform as some very popular cars, including the Corolla, CHR and Prius. Catering to a growing segment of wealthy millennials, let's dig deeper and find out if this UX has what it takes to stand up against equally fashionable rivals, including the Audi Q3, BMW X2 and Mercedes-Benz GLA. Now, although manufacturers have dug out a niche within a niche and got away with classifying cars that fall into the UX's segment as subcompact crossover SUVs, the reality is that almost all of them look, feel and drive like a traditional hatchback. This UX is no exception, and so there's no body roll or any odd handling characteristics that you would associate with a larger SUV. Instead, the UX feels grounded and the steering is extremely accurate, with the smallest of adjustments immediately changing the direction of the wheels up front. With 160 horsepower and 350 Newton meters of torque being generated by the 2-liter engine, power is plenty and readily available. But the UX is let down by its CVT gearbox and the understeer that is created by its front-wheel drive layout. Having said that, there are 3 different drive modes to choose from: normal, eco and sport, with the engine and transmission making subtle changes with each mode and the instrument cluster making that clear with different designs and color schemes for each one. Being a Lexus, the cabin looks good and is built exceptionally well. Everything feels solid and nothing, absolutely nothing, creaks or squeaks. Additionally, since this is the F Sport model, there's a sport steering wheel with paddle shifters, sport seats, and the entire cabin is covered in a nice combination of black and red leather that contrasts the white exterior brilliantly. Balancing sportiness with a dash of luxury, there's dark wood trim along the dashboard, center console and door panels, as well as an analog clock that is integrated into the same panel as the 10.3-inch infotainment screen. Speaking of the screen, it is not a touch screen, and like Mazda, Lexus is probably the only other brand to still stick with buttons, knobs and a trackpad to control the infotainment system. Space in the back is as good as one would expect, and the designers have tried their level best to offer as much as possible through neat tricks such as carving out pieces of the headliner to offer more headroom. For added comfort, there's rear AC vents, 2 cup holders and 2 charging outlets. Since our test car is the F Sport Prestige, which is just one level above the entry-level model, its feature set is not as advanced as you would expect. Sure, there's a sunroof, cruise control, navigation, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, but beyond that it is quite basic, and I say that because it's missing a lot of features that you tend to take for granted at its price point. For instance, there's no blind spot monitoring, there's no lane keeping assist, there's no surround view cameras, there isn't even an electric dimming rear view mirror, just an old school flip. And that's when you have to stop and ask yourself, is it really worth 185,000 dirhams? From the outside, the designers have tried their level best to make the UX as cool as possible. There's sharp lines, bold edges, and everything else to grab the attention of young millennials. This F Sport version gets LED headlamps, a blacked out spindle grille, dark chrome accents along the bumper and fog lamp housings, and 18-inch aluminium wheels. At the back, the UX is one of the first Lexus models to flaunt a full-length LED light bar, a design feature that is becoming somewhat of a signature element for the brand. Boot space is lesser than its rivals and measures in at just 320 liters because of the high floor. But there are cargo hooks to hang your groceries, tie-down points, and plenty of storage holes beneath the cargo floor. Not too long ago, there was a time when Lexus offered customers luxury and quality that could match the Germans, with the added bonus of Japanese reliability for far more affordable prices. Today, that is no longer the case. And so the Lexus UX at 185,000 costs just as much as its German rivals. So, which one would you have? This Lexus UX or one of its German competitors? Let us know in the comments below, and thanks for watching.